After a quick break to drop some stuff off back at the car, Brian, Dan, and I were back on the sales floor looking for games. Among the many games that we had seen, one thing which I was extremely taken aback by was the sheer number of import games that you could find at the convention.
I mean, that one you can read.
It seemed like every time we walked around and found our way back to towards the front of the convention hall and we saw the Screenwave booth, there was somebody else there to say hi to that we hadn't before. So we headed on over again.
I had an opportunity to come like last second.
Wait a second. Nice, thanks for coming out. This is Joe Goes Retro.
Oh yeah.
You ever see any of his videos?
I know you comment on my channel.
Yeah.
I know. Paintings are awesome. Thanks.
Unfortunately, I didn't really get it on camera, but Square Painter, cool dude. Talked to him for a little bit. He actually recognized me. He's familiar with my stuff as I was familiar with his. I mean, if you're not familiar, he sells a lot of his work on Retroware, and I looked around and saw some of his work, and certain one caught my eye. Big Castlevania fan, so I saw this, and I knew I had to have it.
Going back and watching.
I need 2K1.
2K1?
2K1.
No, it's good.
And how much was that though?
$2? Whenever you start recording.
Blitz 2000. Braden.
Not a bad price.
Along with all the games and swag and everything else, there were actually quite a few cosplayers, and I kind of feel like we probably should have gotten a lot more of them on camera. And one more time around the convention hall, back up front, and this time run into a couple more cool guys.
Long ride. How was the drive?
30 hours. I'm retro this Joe Go. I'm on this too. Oh, I'm retro this Joe Go.
As retro goes. You guys make any stops on the way or what?
A few.
Anything good or not?
There's not much really out this way. So.
Yeah. Like it so far or
I
what?
like this area. It's nice. It's nice out. We're going into the city today.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Phillies game tonight.
Awesome. Billy, Joe Goes Retro.
Oh, yeah. You probably get this all the time, but can me and my boy here do the robot with you?
Hey, for coming out.
You want to see the race myself? Yeah, no. Thank you for that video, man.
Where?
Doesn't that look so much nicer than what we got?
Dan, who's been operating the camera for us for hours at this point in time, he hasn't found very many of the games he's been looking for, maybe one or two. There was one in particular he was really looking for. He had recently picked up a Genesis, and there was one game in particular that he was looking for. That was Streets of Rage 2, and off in the corner of some really nice booth, there happened to be just this little box of used games that were seemingly ignored. Brian decided to thumb through it, and he found one. So he decided to buy it for Dan. I think I'll stop here, and we will close out my adventures at Too Many Games with the next installment. I've got more footage to come. I met a few more cool YouTube people, and I will be seeing you next time. So till then, take care.